Well, hello the internet, it's Ghost here and welcome to episode 49 of Minecraft Creative, in which I've had to restart this voiceover because my laptop decided it didn't want to play ball with me. Anyways, welcome to building rocks and finishing previous projects because I am not very good at remembering to do those things. To build the rocks, once again, we are starting off with cobblestone, not that I can see what's going on because apparently my laptop doesn't want to follow the timeline along. That's really unhelpful, but we're just going to keep talking and hope for the best because I vaguely remember what we're doing. In order to build any rocks, as I've explained multiple times already this year, so I don't really know why we're doing this video again, but I guess because it's not tutorials really, this is just me building stuff. We take cobblestone, we make a blob, we check that we like the composition of all of the blobs, and once we're happy, we shape them. We take andesite, we take tuff, we take some mossy cobblestone, and we mix those in and we make them look nice. And that is pretty much all that goes into making rocks. Or at least that's all that goes into making rocks for me. I'm sure there's much easier ways to do things, or much better ways to do things, but the way that I choose to do my rocks is by making blobs and making the blobs look better blobs. I'm mostly building these ones in because I noticed that I had left a giant gap in the middle of a section of rocks up the top of this kind of hilly bit before you get to the Ghast church tower thingy, and between the rocks that were at the bottom that we put in when we started this project. So that of course meant that I had to go in and add more, which made for a nice easy build for me, but very samey footage. So, oh well, I don't have any more footage and I desperately just want to get these done so that I can get on and do some other things. Because life is busy, which is strange considering it's meant to be the summer holidays. Life is just mad. I also added in some stone buttons to everything and went back to areas I'd already built to make pebbles. I don't remember what I watched, but I saw something where someone had put them down as pebbles and I went, I need pebbles. I also brought 2 rocks recently when I went shopping. I brought a piece of carnelian and a piece of citrine because they looked pretty. There's not much more to it, but I have rocks and I like the rocks. I'm currently holding them. I don't know if I believe in all the crystal stuff, but I also like pretty rocks, so I don't really care. I'll just buy the pretty looking ones. And you never know. It's like I've had a hematite ring for like years at this point. When did I get it? I think I got it when I was in year 10, so that's like 3 or... Oh, that's going to be 4 years ago next year that I was in year 10. No, that's wrong. How has time gone like that? Please no. But yeah, I've had that for years. Would I say it's made me any less stressed? No. Life is just stressful. But to be fair, that's because I take creative courses, and creative courses are apparently highly stressful because we're not going to give you a gauge of how many hours of stuff you need to be doing a week. So we're just going to leave you to it. And it's like, oh, okay. And even when I asked nicely, roughly how many hours would you say I should be doing a week? It's, I don't know. It depends on the individual. Yes, I mean the kind of individual that needs to be told, you probably shouldn't be doing more than 6 hours of home learning a week or no more than 10 hours of home learning a week, because when you're on one course and you're not having to write any essays or anything and you don't have word counts, it's just create stuff. It is so difficult to gauge. I'm saying that doing another creative course. I'm potentially going to be staying on creative courses until I leave education, which if I go to university means at least 3 years. So 4 years from now, because I'm doing an extra year at the college I've been at. Why? Because I can. Anyways, going back to what I'm building here, I cleared out an area to put a park in, put some walls up, decided, yes, that's good enough. Built in some pathways so that we can start working our way back and building in some more stuff. I don't know how much I want to build and whereabouts I want to build it because what I don't want to do is make it look like the Ghast Temple church thing is squashed into the rest of everything, because I'm very proud of that. I like the fact that it looks so tall because you just have loads and loads of buildings as far as the eye can see, and then all of a sudden just this mountain rising up out of them. So I'm potentially going to build some smaller houses. Maybe we'll do another hobbit hole. I don't know. We'll find out. And then go from there effectively with what I do next with this town. There's a few areas that do need things being built in that I haven't got round to yet. I kind of want to wait until we get copper golems and make like a temple that has like copper golems on the outside, because I think that could be really cool. I might just start building it and kind of deciding where the copper golems are going to go, because other than copper chest and copper horse armor and tools and things, I believe that's the only thing that's like going to be new. This is the thing, I find the drops kind of a bit confusing to remember what is coming in and how often it's like, oh, this drop's going to end up being more game mechanic focused, because sometimes it's like, oh, and we changed this thing and this thing and this thing that doesn't actually affect my gameplay, because I play in solely creative. Why? Because that's just how I roll. I don't have the time nor the patience to go around and dig up all of these resources. I'm also horrendous at survival, so I'd have to have keep inventory on. I'd probably die lots of times trying to do a build, and I wouldn't be able to fly around and see whether or not I actually like it. So this is how we roll. Apologies if you can hear the rocks clattering around. I've decided to take it upon myself to roll them along my desk, because that is totally how you should do voice recordings. Anyways, welcome to my channel if you're new around here. I'm blatantly chaotic and couldn't care less half the time about what I talk about, and it's usually not constructive to the actual video. But this channel is not about tutorials. This channel is about building stuff because we can, and it's fun. I added some acacia trees and some azalea trees just to add a little bit of vibrancy and height to this park. I then went in and absolutely went to town on flowers and plant life. Putting in lots of bushes and ferns, because for some reason up here you don't get ferns naturally spawning, and you're not going to get bushes because I built in this area before the bushes came out. This is the one downside to the fact that I don't have all the time in the world to build loads and loads of stuff and fill this area, because I can't move on to try and find, say, a pale oak biome and build in there. I don't know what I would build in there. Maybe I'd build something really colourful to contrast it. That feels like kind of what I'd end up doing, let's be honest. But I mean, I'm not mad about it. Oh, once again, I'm using the nether sprouts because I think it looks cool, and it just adds a little bit more variety to the colour palette and texture. But yeah, this is a park and some rocks. I hope you have enjoyed my spiel. Goodbye, the internet. I will see you all again on Sunday.